today's cup of coffee with Scream.
Cup of coffee.
It's perpetual Scream.
It's Return of Saturn for you, so it's going to be perpetual Scream.
It is. It's that silent scream.
Yeah.
In space, no one can hear you scream.
That's all that
That's
it's
it.
like.
That's it. That's how the world ends.
Yeah.
This is how the world ends.
You will hear the slightest little.
I have managed. I did try the nose strips. I had some that was for sensitive skin. It pulled the hide off one side of my nose.
It did. It looks like you had a zit and you picked it.
Oh, it's always a good look.
You can put a star patch on it. You want to put a star patch on it?
I might.
I hope we have more.
Look at the little chubby lady waddling through there, but she's got stars stuck on her face.
Everybody's got stars stuck on their face right now. They got fucking Hello Kitty, SpongeBob.
They got stars stuck on their asses these days. Are you kidding?
That someone's got a moon tattooed on their butt.
Oh God. Let me tell you, I could have the damn cosmos on mine. There you go. Let's work with what we got. There you go. Just do the whole thing.
Pluto on one cheek and Uranus on another.
I think it's in the middle.
Yeah. Uranus is
You stepped into that one.
I did. That was the point.
Yeah.
Into the time warp. Wormhole. Not the boar worms. Oh, not the boar worms. That's been all over TikTok. That came from this lady, and her and this other dude was geeking out about Star Wars, and it was like, or no, it wasn't Star Wars. It was they were talking about Flash Gordon. Yeah. And the scene where the girl was sort of like strapped to the table, and he's like, "Bring out the boar worms," and she's like, "No, not the boar worms." But for some reason, she was like, "No, not the boar worms."
Well,
not the boar worms.
It was just
not the boar worms.
I have to show you the actual scene. She wasn't quite like that.
No, I know, but like I watched it, so it's just making fun.
Flash Gordon was one of those campy movies that turned into sort of a cult classic because it wasn't a bad movie. It was just what it was. It was just something to watch, something to entertain for a little while. The main thing about the Flash Gordon movie was that the soundtrack was by Queen.
Yeah, that was the
and
thing.
It's amazing.
Well, that dude was an expert. Like, he was a just artist at music.
Yeah.
Freddie Mercury was an artist.
There'll be nobody else like him.
Yeah. He was a perfectionist.
When they came out, yeah, the perfectionism definitely came through.
Yeah.
I'd say that he was hard as hell to work with.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Perfectionists, it's like a form of OCD.
Yeah.
And so literally it really it wigs them out.
Yeah.
It's almost like the autism,
yeah,
like overstimulation, and it's just like that freak out. That's sort of what happens with them.
Well, and it very well could be somewhere on the spectrum on some of that stuff.
Oh, I have no doubt.
He could have had Asperger's because some of these things were not known back in the day. They weren't. But as far as their music, my God, just incredible. Mm-hmm. Incredible. But that movie, if you haven't watched Flash Gordon, go and find it. Don't expect, it's not every movie has to be life-altering. In fact, most people don't want a lot of stuff to be life-altering. You know, it's enjoyable, it's fun. The dude that played, as far as the Birdman, he was great. Dive! He was just awesome.
Mm-hmm. I never seen the full movie.
We'll watch the full movie.
I mean, I know you said that we have seen it before, but how many years ago was that, and how much shit have we been through?
Well, shit, yeah. But it's like, he had an appointment the other day and came out, and he's like, "What are you listening to?" And I'm like, "The soundtrack to Flash Gordon. Because I could.
Gordon.
Yeah.
How's that? I don't like. All of a sudden, that has just shot up into everybody's psyche, lady. Flash Gordon.
Odd. That is odd.
Yeah.
And then, yeah.
Not the boerewors.
But it was a good movie. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I still enjoy it. It's one of those. If it's something that I can watch multiple times over the years, yeah, I'll go on that. So that is not Scream worthy. Well, some people may find it Scream worthy because you've got some of these people. It's like, well, it's not this and it's not that. Well, go and watch Schindler's List again for the 19th time.
Just that name alone, it sounds like ew.
Huh?
That name alone, Schindler's List, is ew.
There were some of those movies that no, I am not. This is the thing. Everything is so heavy right now that it's crazy. You don't have to swim in it every second. And for those people, if they want to do that, God bless you. Enjoy your dive. There are some of us that is not who we are. That is not how we choose to be, because it can be detrimental to us.
Yeah. It's completely different wiring. Just completely different.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, y'all are the lower chakra, lower vibration people. We need us over here. We need to stay like high vibrations.
Yeah.
I woke up this morning and put on, I'm picking up good vibrations.
And that's exactly what you need, because with the Pisces and stuff like that, that's a needed thing.
Yeah.
And I actually got to talk with Lady today. Her screen name is, I can't remember if she said it was Mandarin or Cantonese for Lady.
Mm-hmm.
And she is a wonderful human being. She's the one that had blessed us. She had gifted youngest kid these amazing dolls.
They are proudly on display.
And she had sent me wonderful coffees and a chocolate and just awesome.
Yeah.
So I actually got to speak with her on the phone today, and it was a wonderful. She's a fascinating human being.
I missed out on that. I had to do stuff.
Yeah, you had, because we had company, you had Omega had come up here at the same time, and but it was a wonderful conversation. I appreciated that. Like I said, she's a fascinating individual.
Mm-hmm.
She truly is.
From what you told me.
Yeah.
Really awesome person.
Yeah. And it's like we have some of the coolest viewers.
Heck yeah. We do.
And it's I would rather have quality over quantity any day.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, why would you want a bunch of subscribers that there's nothing to it?
Right.
It's just, you want people that you can connect with.
Yes. Yes.
There you go.
Especially during this period of time.
Mm-hmm.
And something that we connected with, and I was talking to Kid, because I'm one of these, I've been cooking since I was 3. Literally. And so what you're seeing here today is our today's culinary display, which was, we had gotten some Black Angus beef at the City of Food. And I put blue cheese on mine, and that actually came from, it's from Asheville, North Carolina, I think, is where the farm is. And they sell that at the little ice cream shop where we go. And there was red onion under the lettuces. And homemade, they're not French fries, which are deep fried. These are just home fried. It's just fried potatoes.
Yeah.
They're softer than a French fry. And it's like, why would you want to go out if you can do this? And I actually, the bread, I actually ate bread. And I'm paying for it because my glucose level's through the roof. But anyhow,
but you enjoyed the bread.
I did. I had to break bad with that sometimes. It was an organic bread, and I can't remember the name of the company now. But
Lewis?
No, it was something else. It's that funky.
Oh, killer bread. Something.
Yes.
Something killer bread. Whoever's killer bread.
And it actually is really good.
Yeah.
They had bagels.
The
I had
bagels are
not
better
had-
than the actual bread.
I had not had a bagel in years.
Like, no joke, the bagels were better than the loaf.
You like that? I like the bread. Because I think it was whole grain, and you were like, it's whole wheat. No, it's really
I'm
not.
like,
It was whole grain. There's a difference.
Here comes the cardboard.
But it didn't taste like cardboard. I really enjoyed it. But
It should taste like grains.
The fibromyalgia, it did not. Of course, I haven't consumed that much of it, and I'll have to be, I have to watch how much I consume of it. But I hadn't noticed any ill effects as opposed to the store brand breads,
Right.
because it is supposed to be organic.
So it didn't hurt you as much?
I don't know, but it's not something I'm going to do every day either.
Yeah. You can't do...
The gluten. I don't know if it's the gluten or if it's the whatever stuff that they're spraying on it. But it's
the herbicides
nothing.
and the pesticides.
Yeah. Pestilence, ignorance.
Deliciousness.
Yeah, really.
Adds a little bit of spice to
Highly
your
processed, whatever it is.
food. It adds a little spice to your vegetables.
But I've always cooked because fast food is expensive.
It is.
And especially today, and it's like, BB had wanted to go through Taco Bell because Mom had sent her also through Taco Bell. Was it yesterday?
Yeah. Well, they eat out.
And-
They get fast food more often than we do.
And I'm like, why? Why would you do that?
Especially in today's economy.
Yeah. But it's like Taco Bell used to be the go-to place for something
Cheap.
Yeah.
Cheap.
Boy, that ain't a thing no more.
Cheap. Slightly well put together. Slightly.
It depends
Sometimes
on the
it's
Taco
hit or
Bell.
miss.
It depends on who's working.
If it's just it's the same shit slapped together in different.
Same four ingredients.
Yeah.
Don't go at night a lot of times because that's when you get some of the people that
That's
may have
real-
substance abuse issues
That's
working.
real crackhead hours right there.
It's, God love them, but at least they're still trying to hold a job. Check the bag before
They're
you
tweaking
go
by
away.
the dumpsters.
Yeah, we've seen that happen.
Yeah.
But you always check your order before you drive off. Oh, we've learned that. It's just God love them. But I was talking to a kid, and I cannot fathom that there are people out there that can't cook, that they can't prepare food, and that they don't have any desire to learn how to prepare food for themselves.
The people who literally cannot cook,
Yeah.
no joke, if they're in a relationship, their spouse does it for them, and that's it. Like that's it. If they touch the food, it ain't gonna go right.
But there are basic
But
life skills that everyone needs to know.
But there are some people that just can't do it. Trust and believe. There are some people that just don't have any inkling of what a good dish is. That there's people that just can't cook.
It's not that hard, and they could learn.
These people will not learn. They just can't cook. They can do other stuff. They just can't cook.
All right, let's put. All right,
and then you got these privileged rich people, and then they don't cook for themselves because they hire chefs and shit like that.
But they don't get the satisfaction, and it is almost like a moving zen. You can make cooking into a meditative thing.
Yeah, but then they wouldn't be able to just be like, hey, I want this. I want sushi. Make me sushi right now. Go get me sushi. Make me a whole charcuterie board. I want to be woke up with a charcuterie board and a stack of waffles first thing in the morning.
I cannot fathom that type of life. Why would anybody want to live like that?
With a pound of bacon.
Who would want to live like that? I mean, honestly, who would want to live like that?
There's a lot of people. A lot of people.
I don't get it. I really don't.
I mean, the heck, they don't gotta cook, clean. They don't gotta wipe the heck. Seriously, most things are taken care of for them. They don't gotta do jack shit.
And then what do they do with their day?
They literally just go out and do stuff. That's it.
But preparing food is doing stuff. There is great satisfaction. Like I said, what I'll do, I'll go in there and I will put on some music and I'm doing my thing. You know, as far as...
I don't know what goes on in their heads. That's a whole different world. That's well above my pay grade.
There is something
that's just
very soul satisfying about being able to prepare a meal and share it with others.
Yeah, because it's that satisfaction of, oh, I actually did something. I made something.
Yeah.
So, and I made something. It may have been a disaster, but most of the times it turns out good. So
everybody has days, and you learn how to bob and weave, and it's just like,
I don't know who made those spaghetti. I don't know who made those hot dog noodles.
What?
Yeah.
What the hell's a hot dog noodle?
Look it up on YouTube. That's what I'm saying. Some people just cannot cook.
I don't even want to. Maybe leave me in my ignorance. I do not have to know everything. But Kid had thrown away my pickles. He had thrown away my dill pickles. That was
during the power outage.
when we had to clean out the refrigerator after the electric was off for so long. Which pickles? It was pickles. They probably were fine.
I don't know how open jar pickles does when it's left out.
Never let people clean out your refrigerator when you're not there. Because I would have been like, no, don't throw that away. It's still good. It's still good. It's all right. Leave it alone. That's fermented. It's supposed to be that way. Oh, but anyhow, so to bob and weave, he did try. I'm like, all right, I don't have pickle slices. There's no need to panic because I have dill pickle relish. So you put it on there and you go right on.
See, the idea of that is just weird because people are just so used to the idea of pickle slices on their burgers, and like that's all they can think of is pickle slices. They never think of anything else like relish.
Adapt,
because it's the same
improvise,
thing.
Overcome.
No joke, though. The pickle relish, it's the same damn thing.
It is the same thing.
It's just spreadable.
Yes, yes, and it's like people get weirdness that it has to be just so. Who said?
The autisms. They got sensory issues. If it's a certain way, it messes them up. Some of them.
Honestly, and it's like to everything that we purchased to fix this, and it's like, and you could get multiple meals out of these things that we purchased, as opposed to paying some exorbitant price for one burger. If you can go into a restaurant or something like that and order that probably in today's world would have been $12 or $15.
How much is an order of fries at McDonald's? $5?
I don't even know.
I'm pretty sure in some places here in America, if not most places, it's $5 for a thing of fries for something that used to be on the dollar menu.
Yeah. But it's like, our fries, we had as far as where I had fried the hamburgers and then some butter, a little bit of olive oil, and some salt. I knew what the hell was in there.
And honestly, they're better than McDonald's fries.
Well, you know.
I dare to say that.
Like I said, it was one of those that if I had wanted to deep fry them, that's a totally different process. And it's
close enough.
Yeah. Yeah. But it just astounds me to think that there are people out there that can't fry an egg or anything. I mean, we're not talking somebody that has a disability or some challenge to where they literally cannot. But you've got people that have the capability and just refuse to learn how to prepare food for themselves. That fascinates me. There are people that don't know how to sew a button on.
Yeah, isn't that horrifying?
These are basic life skills they used to teach in school.
Mama, there's videos of teaching people how to sweep.
What?
There's videos teaching people how to sweep.
I'm colorfully dumbfounded because
sweep your floors. Yeah, sweep.
I get it. Why? How the hell did they grow up that they didn't know how to use a broom?
Mm-hmm. I don't know.
My God.
These are the people that their parents, I guess, never let their kids' feet touch the floor or something like that. I don't know.
That's
don't
insane.
know.
Nobody needs. I don't care how wealthy somebody is, how privileged somebody is. They need to understand how to do these things.
Yes, they do. Because it makes it's like, I'm actually doing something. I'm spending my time in a worthy manner that makes me feel better.
Right. And to have some, I can't even imagine if the thought of somebody doing certain things for me makes me very uncomfortable.
Like what?
As far as somebody to come in and clean the house. Now, if it's you and I, we live here. We made this mess. It's our responsibility to clean this up.
Yeah, no, on that, like, fully. Like, you don't know if anybody's going to steal shit or what. Now, if it was one of those... It
doesn't even matter of that. It's just a matter of... Because we both have ADHD and we're cluttered.
Well, it's also, like, the privacy issue.
Yeah. But it's just the thought of having to have someone come in and do something that I'm not capable of doing. I don't know. It just bothers me. There's a weirdness there.
Well, that's because you want to do.
Yeah.
But, there's
a maid or something like that. It kind of makes me uncomfortable.
I wouldn't mind having a robot.
I would be telling the maid, hey, sit down here. I'll vacuum. You sit... Because that's just how I am. And they would be doing nothing. And we have seen some of these people that are hired to
literally
take
you'd
care
be
of people.
At that point, if that ever happened, you'd just be paying her to work for her.
Mm-hmm. Now, I had no problem as far as paying somebody to mow or anything like that. I have no problem with that.
I would honestly have no problem buying one of those Tesla robots.
The robot thing, and it's like as far as the weirdness, but it would become a family member with us. I mean, it really would. We would make it a family member.
I was thinking about that too, because the way that it sounds, it would just... Yeah. Just emotional attachment.
Yeah. Which is weird. But as far as food preparation and people... And I don't care how old you are. And it's like, as people get older and that they can't do things like this for themselves. Now, what a wonderful thing it would be to either, if you've got extra food, to prepare food and take them something.
Mm-hmm.
Because that, like I said, that gift of breaking bread with another person, that's ancient. That is part of what it is to be human.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody sit around the table and do different things.
Yeah.
And it's, it's... When I was growing up, it was one of those... There was a separation of chores. Now, whoever was there, if something needed to be done, they were capable of doing it. But where the men went and worked on the farm, and I mean, we're talking some hard work, and then the women would cook. Now, my grandmother, she was the one that was over the garden. A lot of times, they would till the garden.
Mm-hmm.
They would plow it and then till it and different things like that. And she planted the stuff and took care of the plants. And then as far as harvesting whatever it was, But as far as like, they raise tobacco, they raise cattle, different things like that, that you need somebody that is stronger and bigger to work with those things. Because my grandmother lacked an inch being 5 foot tall.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now, she would do stuff that you were sitting there going, how the hell did she do that? But she did it.
She got a step ladder. She can climb. She
And
can
as
climb.
such...
She got those spider legs.
Yeah, really. And there were times that this was how the men would come in from the field, literally, from farming. They would eat because they had to go back out into the field.
Mm-hmm.
And then the women would eat afterwards. And then they would talk about whatever they talked about. And sometimes that was true of if it was supper time or whatever. That was just our culture. It was nothing about how it wasn't less than.
Mm-hmm.
It was a different than.
Yeah.
And because it was a small table, there was nothing wrong with that.
Mm-mm.
There's still nothing wrong with that. For them to talk about whatever they want to talk about and the women to talk about whatever they want to talk about. Which is usually something different.
It's just sitting around a table gossiping.
Our bunch didn't gossip, really. Not much. We would just talk about a variety of different things, but...
I'm just playing around when I'm
No,
saying
I understand.
gossiping.
There's a lot of people that do the gossiping, but my grandmother did not partake in that, and I'm grateful. She always said, if a dog will bring you a bone, he'll carry one away. Which means if somebody comes to your house talking about somebody, they'll go to somebody else's house talking about you.
Yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm. But to culinary preparations, like my lovely spooky pie.
Spooky pie. That was an awesome pie. That really was.
When you got goth mama and it's like, hey, I want a pie. It's like, I will fix you a pie.
Yeah.
I will fix you a pie. It actually tasted really good, but blackberries, the seeds will absolutely, they'd be hell on your teeth.
At that point, you got to mash up the blackberries against the roof of your mouth, and that's the only way that you can avoid it.
Like I said, with the but it was tasty, and so you can do that year round. Or even something as simple as the cup of coffee with the whipped cream for my own amusement. Simple things.
The decorative coffee.
So I urge you, if you don't know, if you've never explored cooking, preparing things, try it.
It's fun.
It is fun.
I tried to make pasta from scratch one time. That was...
But you did it.
It was a journey.
You did do it.
And
the
I
pasta
learned...
did taste good.
It tasted good. It was cut funky and it was cooked funky. But I know better this time. So
yes, you do. And that's how you learn, by doing. And that was it. You used what you had. You didn't have the pasta machine and all that stuff. Fresh pasta, it only takes 2 or 3 minutes to cook it.
Yeah.
It's not like that dried stuff.
No, it cooked a lot faster than I thought it was going to.
And
then I'm like,
Yeah. So, have fun with things. If you know somebody if you know how to cook and somebody does not know, offer to teach them.
Yes.
If they're willing to learn.
Mm-hmm.
Because sharing of knowledge is always important.
Knowledge is power.
Yeah. And if they don't know how to sew, I can't imagine that, because some of these things, this was just from the time that I was a very small child, because I was weird. I can't imagine not knowing how to do these things. And that feeling of helplessness because you don't know how to do these things. And that included home repair and stuff. Now, I've got to the age now, I'm like, no. That is one thing with the home repairs as I have gotten older.
Mm-hmm.
There's things that I know to do, I know how to do, that I physically cannot do. That makes me a little crazy.
Yeah, because it's just like, damn it, I want to do this. And
Yeah.
I literally cannot do this anymore.
Yeah, it is a very humbling thing.
Yeah.
And that's where it's always wonderful to find somebody who can. That is one thing. Youngest kid and I, we cannot work together on some things like that. It's
No.
like, no.
We won't come to blows real fast.
Uh-huh. Yes, and I don't know what the problem is. He acts like I've told him before. It's like, who the hell do you think did all this stuff when you were little? Yeah, but that's fine because God love him. Omega will come up here and kid will not give Omega gruff. Any guff. I let it go. I can go in the other part of the house and I'm like, I'm going to go fix me a cup of coffee.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
God works in mysterious ways.
Because you want to fight. When we start working together, you want to fight. And it's like, here I am. I'm just trying to do this right.
No. I want the rest of my tools found and replaced in the toolbox. That's what I want. Oh, God. That's one thing. Don't fuck with my tools. I will share almost anything with anybody, but if you borrow my damn tools, put them back. To go and look for a screwdriver or a hammer, and they're gone. And you can say, where are they? And the response is, I don't know. And I'm like, oh, God. Anyhow, final thoughts, kid.
I represent that remark.
Oh my God. Eventually I will get around to the emails. Eventually. I really will. It just cycles. You want to tell them where we can be found.
We can be found on BitChute, Rumble, and YouTube at Relenda's Cup of Coffee with Scream. Also, you can check her out on X at Relenda COCWS. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's short for Cup of Coffee with Scream.
Then once again, that is Relanda COCWS.
Mm-hmm. If you'll notice, a lot of people, it's like they think I'm a dude. I don't know why. Can you type like a dude? I mean, is that the thing? I don't know.
That's the thing. There is no exact way that you can tell who the fuck is typing.
Right.
Unless they have a picture. But even then, if they have a picture and if it's an actual person or whatever, you don't know that it's actually them.
No, you don't. It's internet.
Yeah.
It is the illusion. It is the ultimate illusion.
Mm-hmm. And then you go onto their page and then be like, oh shit, nope, that's definitely not.
No, this is just us. This is just us.
There's a lot of people on TikTok that's like, okay, who's this? They got a profile picture. What the fuck?
I think it's called catfishing. I don't know. I don't even know some of these terms.
Yeah, it's like some of them will have like really cool like aesthetic pictures, like stuff that you can find on Pinterest and stuff like that. And it's like, oh, this person's gonna have like an amazing page. They got a great taste. They got the really cool profile picture. Oh.
Well, it's fantasy versus reality. That's just like on my page on X. Anybody could look at it and go, yeah, damn, she does have the ADHD. Yeah, it's right there. She all over the page. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Prevalent.
Yeah. Yeah. You can't hide it.
It's prevalent in both of us. It's genetic.
Yeah. It is. Anyhow, know that you are loved. Treat other people the way that you would like to be treated. And Lord willing, we'll see you on the next cup.
Mm-hmm.
Bye.